Hello, dear listeners. I believe many of you are familiar with a topic like my hobby. Some of you may even remember your cringe work of essays back in elementary school. But to judge a book by its cover, may the lessons inside it never be learned. Hence, I would like to share with you my hobby, my crippling anxiety from it, and the redemption of my sanity. When I was a little boy, I liked to draw. It was a passion I discovered out of daydreaming at a familiar sight, the ceiling of my classroom. Initially, I was amazed by this discovery, being able to sketch out my mind's vivid vision with incredible clarity, producing works of art such as this one. This hobby entertained me for hours straight, and at one point, I even thought I was Leonardo da Vinci with works of art like these. Now, on one very fine recess, I was sketching my finest work yet when a group of classmates came up to me. Being the sweet, innocent child I was, I presented to them the sketch without second thoughts. Now, imagine, just for a moment, being slapped by a rucksack of potatoes. Maybe even ask the person next to you right now. Can you feel it? Yes, that is the cold, hard slap of reality. I could remember being mocked exactly 31 times for this one sketch. My mind couldn't handle it. In that single instance, all I could feel was agony feeding upon itself again and again after each remark they left. After they left, I picked up my razor and I started scratching away at the page as if it was a mere lottery ticket, scratching away every last detail of pain I received. After that incident, I isolated myself to protect myself. I couldn't bring myself to be more expressive as I second doubted everyone's words. Every word people said became a double-edged sword as I tried figuring out a meaning that simply did not exist. I swore to protect myself, but I could never do it without heavy compromises. Time skipped and I found myself in secondary years. Math and science lessons became more advanced than I could ever comprehend, and I found myself staring at the ceiling again. With finished work and nothing more to do, I once again pulled out my trusty old sketchbook, now on a different page, and started doodling away. Someone approached me, attracted by the sound of pencil sketching and paper rustling. I prepared my heart for what was to come next, as my mind ran simulations through every neuron I had. Hey, yo, nice drawing, huh? I looked at them for a second. I wasn't expecting those words. Someone complimented my work, and I was dumbfounded on how to react. But ultimately, I felt happy. They went back to their seat, and I went back to sketching. But the moment lingered with me for the next minute, then the next day. Finally, my brain was convinced to face the demons within it, all simply because of one measly compliment. The next day, I dared myself to look at people straight, without second thoughts, without anxiety. Being alone is truly scary. When you have no one else to rely on for your problems, it becomes a never-ending abyss of self-degradation. After finally opening up my feelings to others, I realized I can't be a one-man army. To seek help isn't to admit defeat. Rather, when problems become too big, sometimes it's simply better to rely on others rather than beating yourself over it. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you didn't fall asleep.